Yo, it's King Marco in the building, here to give y'all boys some game. Today, I'm gonna talk about them Lakers. It ain't looking good for you guys. Laker Nation, it ain't looking good for you. Okay? Y'all took a real beating tonight. And LeBron is pretty much out there by himself. Some of it is his fault. Some of it is Westbrook's fault. But in the end, I hate to tell y'all, but the Lakers ain't going to the playoffs. Ain't gonna happen. They got too many things going against them. One, they got too many injuries. Okay, they got too many mixed lineups. Two, you're gonna have some missed games with guys with COVID protocol. Okay, let's be real about it. Eventually, a couple of these players are gonna be on COVID protocol. Okay, so you gotta assume that they're gonna be missing some games with that. And three, which is more important than all this shit, they ain't really that good of a team. That team is too old. That team is way too old. Okay, this team should have been assembled 5 years ago. Okay, when Westbrook was 26, Carmelo was 31. You know, that kind of stuff. This team should have been assembled 5 years ago. They 5 years too late. And AD, which stands for always down, okay, this shit ain't looking good on him either. He ain't no franchise player, I'm sorry to tell you. Okay, he's just not a franchise player. I would not want to look at the Lakers if LeBron was to retire or leave the Lakers for another team. I wouldn't want to look at AD as my franchise player. I'm sorry. He not a franchise player, y'all. Okay? He's really not. Okay. I hate to say this to you guys, but what's real is real. Okay. Now, looking at the whole situation now, it's clear to me that the Lakers should not have made that trade for Anthony Davis. Okay. One, they got hosed. Okay. On that deal they got hosed. They gave up Brandon Ingram, okay, who's pretty much averaging more points than AD right now, just himself. And then you give up Lonzo Ball too. And you give up Josh Hart. Okay, you give up three quality players for a guy who can't stay on the court. Okay, this is a reoccurring thing. Okay, he was down this year. He's down this year. He was down last year. If we didn't have the whole pandemic, he'd been down in the first year. Okay, that pandemic saved him. Okay, it rested his body up his first year. That's the reason why they won that damn title. If the pandemic would have never came, AD would have been down the first year that he was there. He was holding on by a string back then. Okay, people forget that. Okay, meanwhile, Brandon Ingram is averaging more points than him. Damn near just as many rebounds, almost. To be honest with you, almost. Okay, and he's balling by himself. He ain't missing as much time as Anthony Davis. And then you got Lonzo Ball's having a career year. Okay, you gave up two quality players. You could have. That's better than if they would have had that on the court instead of AD. The Lakers wouldn't be in this mess. They wouldn't be 500 right now. They're 500 with LeBron James, who's actually balling. LeBron balling. Okay, when I'm talking about the Lakers, I'm not including LeBron James in this, even though he's responsible for this because he assembled this team. However, individually as a player, LeBron is still balling. He's still that dude. Okay, I'm gonna say that right now. But as far as the Lakers is concerned, they are trash. They are too old. They got ran out the gym today, and they're gonna continue to get ran out the gym. Okay, they always lose. See, LeBron is so good that you have to play perfect basketball to beat him. Okay, majority of the teams that beat him play good basketball. They play good sound basketball as far as their offense is concerned. Phoenix is a good sound offense. Okay, they don't make mistakes on offense. Okay, San Antonio Spurs with Popovich and his system. You have to have a system to beat LeBron. Okay, but now the system is crushing LeBron. Okay, for real. And Golden State is another team. They have a system. Okay, teams that have a good system will beat LeBron. Okay, those are teams that give him the most problems. Now the system is crushing him. Reason why it's crushing him is because the role players ain't worth nothing. Okay, they really not. Okay, you got some pieces. Carmelo is doing good, is doing all right. Even though IT had an off night tonight, he's okay. But the rest of them, they hit or miss. I don't see it. I don't see it. The Lakers ain't gonna do nothing. And the sad part about it, when they don't make the playoffs, everybody thinks that, oh, we don't go to the playoffs. At least we get a first round pick. You don't get no first round pick. New Orleans gets that. Okay, they get your first round pick. So if you get in the lottery, it goes straight to New Orleans. Even though it ain't gonna do nothing because New Orleans is horrible. But the fact of the matter is, their pick goes to New Orleans. Lakers don't receive no benefits, so they are stuck. Mixing and matching players for the Lakers for quite some time. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's what's gonna happen moving forward. You're gonna continue to get Trevor Ariza's and Kendrick Nunn's and Isaiah Thomas's, and I'm not saying that even though he's bad, but you got to go to the bottom of the barrel to get your players. The role players that they have right there, like their bench warmers, man, them dudes is trash. So which, you know what that says, right? That means that the Lakers are horrible when it comes to developing players. So they can't even develop players. Some teams can develop players. San Antonio Spurs bring in no name players all the time, but they're good players though. When it's all said and done, when Popovich puts them out there on the court, they're good. They're decent role players. Okay, those guys can actually play. They can actually have a next man up strategy. The Lakers don't have a next man up strategy. Their development of players is probably the worst in the league. Okay, they like who they remind me of? They remind me of the Yankees. They think they can just buy players. Damn their development. We'll use the other small market teams for development for our farm system. They trying to be like the Yankees, but the problem is you got a salary cap. You can't just buy players like the Yankees. You got a salary cap, and you can only spend so much. And LeBron and AD done hogged up all the money. Okay, and that's what's happening. LeBron and AD done hogged up all the money, and they can't go get some solid players. Their third highest player is THT, and that's crazy. THT should not be their third highest paid player on their team. None whatsoever. When you got a guy like THT being your third highest paid player on the team, that's crazy. Third highest paid player on the Nets is probably Kyrie Irving, believe it or not. Yeah, Kyrie Irving is their third highest paid player. That's a big difference between THT and Kyrie Irving. Okay? Okay? Lakers ain't got no money. Okay? That's another reason why you ain't going to the playoffs, because Lakers ain't willing to go into the luxury tax like everybody else. It's another reason why. Okay? But bottom line, the Lakers do not have a good enough team. Their development of players are terrible. And AD and LeBron done hogged up all the money. Okay, that's pretty much the reason why the Lakers is losing. And they should never have made that trade for Anthony Davis. That is haunting them right now. They have spent 4 years trying to replace Lonzo Ball. And that's true. I can argue that. Ever since Lonzo Ball has left, they've been trying to find a point guard to match up with LeBron. They still have not replaced him, and that's sad. And just imagine if they just would have kept him. What if they had just sat there and say, you know what, we're not gonna get Anthony Davis in this trade. We want to wait till 2020. We're gonna keep Lonzo. We're gonna keep Brandon Ingram, and we're gonna go after Davis in 2020. You'd be a hell of a lot better shape right now. Should have been patient. Lakers, to my opinion, what they are doing, this is what I think the Lakers are doing. If they were a profession, a regular profession, they would be selling drugs. Okay? The Lakers are selling crack in LA. That's what they're doing with what they did when they traded for Davis. They sold crack. They look for a short term fix, but in the long term it's gonna fuck them up. Meanwhile, Golden State, they're investment bankers. Okay? They could have easily fired Steve Kerr. Easily could have fired Steve Kerr for the last 2, 3 years that he had. Could have easily fired him. But what did they do? They stayed the course. Okay? In the NBA, it's all about staying the course now. You can't jump from team to team and think you're going to get a ring. It ain't going to happen. Milwaukee, look at them. They just won a championship. They've been around each other for quite some time. The Golden State Warriors, look at them. They've been around each other for quite some time. And even though Phoenix hasn't been around for quite some time, they got a point guard who can cover that. Chris Paul can cover that, can cover all those deficiencies up. He can turn any kind of team into a good team. Okay, it won't take him that long because he plays basketball the right way, and he uses the team that he has. That's what makes Phoenix good because of Chris Paul and his point guard skills. Okay, the Lakers, they don't have any of that. You got LeBron, but LeBron ain't got no horses. He really don't. AD was supposed to be his horse, but at the end of the day, he ain't there. And then when he was there, he really ain't playing like nothing like that. He's not really doing nothing. You can't even say that he's a top 10 player right now. Not right now. I can name 10 players better than him. Easy. That's easy. There's 10 players I would take over AD. Straight up. He's not better than Levine. He's not better than damn sure ain't better than DeRozan. He's not better than KD. He's not better than James Harden. He's not better than Kyrie. I'd rather have Brandon Ingram than AD at this point. To be honest with you, Brandon Ingram is more of a franchise player than AD right now. AD trash, and they ain't gonna make it. Lakers just ain't gonna make it, man. Luka, I mean, Trae Young, I take them all over AD. Okay, he's not a top 10 player, man. Sorry to tell y'all. So he's regressed. Okay, and if they don't get their motherfucking act together, I'm telling you right now, don't think LeBron won't leave LA. Okay, for real. Do not think LeBron ain't gonna leave LA. LeBron will leave them niggas high and dry. Okay, because at this point, there's no future in LA right now. They ain't got no money to spend on no players. They ain't gonna go into the luxury tax. They ain't got no draft picks. And to be honest with you, money wise, it ain't really smart to play in California right now. Everybody moving out of California. You got all the big wig companies moving out of California. Shit, California is a dead state in my book. That state is on the downslope. Ain't no way I'm living in California. Not with their taxes. Not with their mandates. Yeah, I don't think LeBron ain't gonna leave LA. I could see him leaving LA. He'd be out of there. And then y'all Lakers gonna be really looking sorry. Y'all might be down for the next 10, 15 years. Straight up. I can see that. When LeBron leaves, the Lakers gonna be down for the next 10, 15 years. Lakers ain't gonna be nothing. They're not gonna have nothing. And I don't think nobody's gonna really be all too keen about playing for the Lakers. To be honest with you, anybody that's willing to play for the Lakers will go play for the Clippers because the Clippers have more to offer. They got more money. They're gonna be having that brand new building that they're gonna be in. They're gonna have a lot of things to offer another player. So if a player wants to play in LA, they'll go play for the Clippers before they play for the Lakers when LeBron leaves. Okay, the Lakers, they ain't gonna be able to live off of tradition. That ain't gonna work. That's not what moves these young players. Tradition don't move these young players. Staying with one team ain't gonna move these young players like that. It ain't gonna happen. Okay, you're gonna always have to deal with the Clippers being a competitor for for a prime time player. Let's say, for instance, Luka Doncic wants to go to LA. I can easily see um, uh, Bomber going after Luka. I can easily see that. I can see him trying to steal Luka from under their nose, just like they stole Kawhi. And this time it's gonna be even worse because the Lakers ain't gonna have nothing to offer. They ain't gonna have no more. They can't offer more money. Bomber gonna offer more money later. If it comes down to it, then he offers more. He's worth more, so he can offer more. So the Lakers is gonna have some serious problems in the next 3 to 5 years. When LeBron gone, it's a wrap. Okay, it's a wrap for the Lakers. Lakers tradition is gonna be done. Okay, that's just what I see. LeBron is gonna get the fuck out of here. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back home to Cleveland. I wouldn't be surprised. They got more of a future than the Lakers right now as far as their players, as far as their young players is concerned. Lakers ain't got not one player on that team that's young that can ball. Not one. Think about that. But they gave them all up. You see, Kuzma wasn't bad. Ingram was a dog. Lonzo was a dog. I mean, and Caruso, he was a solid role player. That was dumb for letting them for giving THT that money over Caruso. That was stupid. That was super dumb. You sat there and paid THT instead of paying Caruso. That's retarded. Straight up retarded. THT went 1 for 13 tonight. 1 for 13. That's horrible. And he's a liability on defense. At least Caruso, if Caruso had a bad shooting night, at least he can D a motherfucker up. Caruso, Caruso's way better than THT. To me, he's more valuable, and you let him go. Y'all let so many Lakers let so many good young players go that it's gonna hurt y'all in the end. You don't get rid of all the young players for some old ones. And I'm definitely not mortgaging my whole team for one player. They mortgage their whole team for one player, and then they mortgage their team again to get Westbrook. Think about that. They mortgage their team again. You give up KCP, Kuzma, and Trez. That's retarded to get Westbrook. That is retarded. You do not give up that much for Westbrook. Mm-mm. I don't care. I understand that Westbrook is a talent, is a triple dub, is a walking triple dub. I get that, but that's still not enough. Trez averaged 15 points a game last year. Okay, they average together. They all average more than what Kuzma, what Westbrook averaged. Okay, why would you give that up? See, the Lakers is trying to sell some tickets. That's all. They don't care about winning. All they care about is making money. They don't care about winning right now. Because if they cared about winning, they wouldn't have mortgaged their team 2 times in 4 years. That's retarded. Mm-mm. So they're not going to the playoffs. Okay, they're really not going to the playoffs. And the value of Westbrook is going down. Okay, the value is going down. It's going way down. So you're not going to get as much for him. You can't even get Ben Simmons for him. The Sixers are not going to trade Ben Simmons for Russell Westbrook. That's just not going to happen. Y'all going to have to get Ben Simmons in a three-way deal. You want to pray, and I don't even know if that works. I don't know if that works because you need to make the three. Okay, bottom line, you got to make the three. And if you can't make no threes, it ain't gonna work. And y'all gotta get some more youth out there that can play. Y'all gotta get some of those guys. Y'all got to get them players that Phoenix got, like Mikal Bridges. Y'all have one Mikal Bridges on that team that's young, that can score. Okay, you don't have none of that. Okay, so moving forward, I'm telling you right here, right now, Lakers ain't going to no motherfucking playoffs. Okay, AD need to get his motherfucking shit together. Okay, because they the Lakers done gave up a lot of shit for your motherfucking ass, and you ain't reaping the benefits, bro. Mm-mm. When they trade when a team mortgages a whole bunch of players just to bring your ass in, you gotta be a surefire thing. Okay, there ain't no days where you down and out. You gotta play every night. Chris Paul plays every night. Okay, bottom line. DeMar DeRozan is playing every night. They should have been knocking down DeMar DeRozan's door the way he playing right now. He playing out of his mind right now. Lakers is retarded, going not going after him, and he wanted to come for the low. If I'm not mistaken, you had a chance to get DeMar DeRozan and you turned it down, and you got Westbrook and Trevor Ariza and all these other dudes instead, and he was gonna come for the low, and you turned that down. I don't know who making the decisions in LA right now. I don't know who making them decisions. LeBron ain't making them decisions. It kind of smells like LeBron is making these decisions, and he's got too many. He's thinking too much business right now. Okay, he's thinking more business than winning right now. Okay, because the top three players that's on the Lakers team are Clutch Sports clients. Okay, they all work for LeBron. Okay, LeBron got them that deal, and I don't know if that's healthy for a team to have any kind of success. I don't think it is. Okay, so the Lakers, y'all going to get y'all shit together. AD, you going to get your shit together, bro. I ain't feeling this shit. Lakers is trash. The whole rotation is trash. They can't keep up. They got ran out the gym today. Phoenix just came out in the third quarter and said, "Let's go take over the third quarter so we can go home." And that's pretty much what they did tonight. They took over the third quarter and went home. And LeBron ain't got that switch no more. He can't just turn it on and turn it off and turn it on like that anymore. He too old for that. And the team ain't good enough for him to turn that switch on. Even if he does have that switch, the team ain't good enough to make that switch with it. Okay, they don't have Shaq out there. They don't have another guy out there that's gonna go that could turn that switch on just like LeBron. They don't have that out there. Westbrook can't shoot. Bottom line, and LeBron needs shooters. Okay, in order for LeBron to have any kind of success in the NBA, the way he plays, he has to have shooters all around him. And Westbrook is a deficient shooter. You go look at the tape. At point guard, he had Mario Chalmers, shooter. Kyrie Irving, shooter. Daniel Gibson, shooter. Okay, at the point. This is the point. Daniel Gibson, shooter. Okay, the list goes on. George Hill, shooter. He's got to have shooters around him at the point. If you got a guy like Westbrook, it ain't gonna work. Okay, you got Steph Curry out there shooting 40-foot shots, man. These dudes are shooting 40-foot shots. And Westbrook going down there trying to get a hook shot down low in the paint. He working hard for that 2 point shot. Where Steph Curry is going for the three. Same thing with the Phoenix Suns. They shooting threes. Booker was killing them from three in the third. Lakers ain't got nothing, man. They ain't going to the playoffs. Ain't gonna happen. LeBron ain't gonna be able to hold up. He's not gonna be able to carry this team. This team ain't even good enough to carry. Cleveland was good enough to carry, in 2018 when Kyrie left. When Kyrie left, that team was still good enough to be carried. Those guys actually came through for him way more than this Laker team did. This Laker team is trash. He should be better off in Cleveland. He could have put together a better team, way better than what the Lakers are doing. And the main reason why is because Dan Gilbert was willing to go into that luxury tax. He spoiled LeBron with whatever he wanted. He gave him all the players and he spared no expense. Okay, he can afford to do that. Lakers ain't trying to do that. They trying to they balling on a budget. Straight up. That's what they doing. And that's why they ain't got no that's why they 500 right now. And they might be worse. I'm gonna tell you right now, this might get worse. Okay, they might get stomped against Brooklyn. I think they might put up a fight maybe in that game because it's a Christmas game, but I think Brooklyn might go in there and beat the shit out of them on Christmas. And I don't think LeBron want to be a part of that. I, I don't see it. So moving forward, Lakers need to get y'all shit together, man. I don't think y'all can do it, but y'all need to at least try. AD always down. You need to get your shit together too, bro. This shit ain't what's happening, man. You need to get out there on that court as soon as possible. And I mean that. They mortgaged the team for your ass. So that means your ass gotta show up and ball. This King Marco. I'm signing out this bitch.